Thanks for staying with us. So we're trying to get our guest on the phone for a while. She's a trained teacher and a school administrator, Adeola Ojele. Good morning, madam. Are you there now?
Good morning. I'm here.
Yes, good to have you. So we're going to go straight into it because it took a while to get you connected. Private school teachers obviously are having a hard time. Yes, the schools are closed. How have you been coping with paying the fees of your teachers?
It's really hard paying their fees because most of the income generated is from school fees being paid. So we have resorted to online learning and we're charging the parents just a fraction.
I know quite a few parents are not really happy with paying this fraction. I know some people just choose not to pay because they can actually teach their kids from home. What are you doing to help to provide palliatives for your teachers? I know a lot of schools found it hard to pay some of their non-teaching staff. It's been quite difficult. So how were you able to provide palliatives for them, or are you just totally dependent on these school fees?
So what we have been doing is for the support staff, we actually have a palliative that we give them every month.
Okay.
So we give them a pack of food for them to sustain themselves for the month. And every other month we'll be doing that for them. Then for the teachers that have been doing the online, and because we have some active teachers, we have some passive teachers. So the active teachers are being paid more than the passive teachers.
Okay. Okay, but that is what your school does. Do you know if there's an association? Is there an association of school owners? And then do you sit down and talk about what you can do for all, like together, for all the teachers? Or this is just an individual school?
We've spoken about it. Schools and private school owners in general have spoken about it. And we are doing what we can do in our bid to sustain our teachers. We have also spoken with NLC, and they are working on delivering a document to the government on how they can help us, how they can do an adjustment measure program to support teachers this period. Okay,
so the truth is that many people are not captured in all of this. There are schools that are basically like a two-room apartment, and they have teachers and they can't afford all of this. There are people who don't have any source of even training on doing online. I've seen a WhatsApp class, like a school that uses WhatsApp to teach students and just pass on assignments to keep them busy. So what, as an administrator, how would you advise schools at that level that they were mushroom schools, and now they don't even have any school and they don't have any income? How would you advise them to reinvent themselves, and how can they still be relevant and provide solutions for their students?
You know, as a school, especially mushroom schools, there's really not much they can do. It's only if the government supports them or if the school decides to support itself. So what we were thinking was, this school, they can organize community gatherings for their school children, and they put them in a social distancing way, and then they teach them, and then they contact us, because I run an initiative this period, Teacher Aid Nigeria, to help teachers in low-income areas who haven't been paid salaries. So what we do is we speak to this teacher, you organize a community gathering for these children with social distancing in place, and then we give them a stipend for it.
Oh, so please explain that. What do you mean by the teacher will organize a community gathering?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, it's my initiative to help schools in low-income areas who haven't had access to technology this period, and also to support the teachers in those areas. So we know they might not have access to technology. So what we do is they organize a community gathering of the children in the community. The teacher teaches them, and then we pay the teacher a stipend for that.
Okay, now, so one of the reasons why we wanted to speak with you today is to understand what your issues are, so maybe the government or even well-wishers can actually support the teachers that are not working right now. So, yes, you have an initiative, which is great, but in what way can maybe the NLC, the various, the higher-end private schools, who I know that they're a bit more organized, they've been able to find things for the teachers, if they can actually support other lower-end private school owners, because obviously your teachers need to be, they have lives too. So what do you need to support, not just your own personal initiative, but what do you think the government can do to support teachers at this time?
There should be a bailout for public education through public and private partnership. And this is really important. This is something that we've not had in place before. So if there's some of bailout for public education through public and private partnership of organizations, things will move forward. Also, technology innovation in the education sector. If the government can provide each student with an app that is aimed at, that has all the books or all the subjects that they are supposed to learn this period, and they can access it at any time. Also, we are thinking that the government can probably start a COVID-19 adjustment measure program and include teachers in it.
Right.
So they know there's something for them to fall back on at the end of the day. For example, in Ghana, the Private School Association has come together and they are demanding a stimulus package from the government. I don't think we're really doing that here in Nigeria. We are not really pushing for it, but in Ghana, they are really pushing for it. So if we have somebody stand up amongst the school administrators and speak to the government, I'm sure they'll provide something for the teachers.
So, for example, like a device, for example, like you said, a device that has all the curriculum in it. That makes, because obviously teaching today is going to be online. Technology is here. I mean, we fast forwarded into technology anyway. So at the most remote regions in our country, whether they like it or not, many of them would have to start using data, would have to start using online services. So are you saying that if the government helps in supporting us with devices, for example, for the children to have in their classes, teachers can actually teach remotely from wherever they are? That could be an option.
Yeah,
exactly. If the government can provide that, because I know in Osun State, the former governor Aregbesola did something like appointments, yes, something like that for the children in public schools, and it has been working for them. So it's something that other state governors can also implement.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just want to find out, what is the Nigerian Union of Teachers doing during a period like this? I wonder how relevant, how strong is their voice when it comes to supporting teachers or pushing the agenda of teachers in a pandemic?
To be honest with you, the union is not that strong, and this COVID-19 has really exposed the underdevelopment of the educational infrastructure. So we need to step up, we need to do more as private school owners, as administrators, and not just leave it to the Labour Congress or the Association of Teachers, because they're not really doing much.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you concerning public schools. Apparently, do you have information whether the public schools have been getting paid since the lockdown? And if they have been getting paid, do you have any idea if there is anything that is being done to cover the non-essential public school staff who are also involved in the lockdown and need to get income?
Any public school staff, especially in Lagos, I can't say for other states, they've been getting their salaries.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have problem. They don't have any problem. It's private school majorly that's been affected.
And even the government schools, actually, I do know that the government schools, the primary schools, they have tabbed, the teachers are being taught, and they have their Eco-Excel initiative they've done. I know the government is working on the secondary school level. So the public school is almost in Lagos, actually, is being taken care of within Lagos. It's just the low-income private school is our problem this morning, because they are the ones that are in between. They're not the high, they're not the low, they're just in between, and they need, so they need a bit of support. So you've given us a few ideas on what we can do to support you, but the association that you belong to for teachers and parents, what have you guys discussed, and how are parents coming forward to say, okay, what can we do to help you, or is there anything they're doing within your ESCO? What is being done within that private teacher parents association?
We've had a few parents come forward and say they want to help. But, they actually helped for 1 month, and then they stayed back because they have to also protect their own home as well and not spend everything that they have. So what we have been doing is we've been writing to the organizations that we think can help us. I know Google said they were going to get back to us. We wrote to them, and some other organizations as well. But for now, we've not really gotten any response from any major organization.
So, for example, you might need free data, for example. Maybe the telecoms company can support you. So that's why that's important for you to have an association. So the association can then reach out to some of these companies to give you maybe low-cost data. Some other companies can provide you with even devices. Some of you might need laptops.
Devices, exactly.
Right. So you do have needs. So it's important that I help you out in
it's
itemizing
really,
these things.
with the teachers, it's really such a sad story for people who are, the mainstay of our economy. You're supposed to provide education for the whole, for generations and generations to come. And I wonder, now that we have this has happened, are we having conversations about, in the future, have a fund or something for teachers to be able to draw from when things like this happen, so that teachers are not just let down and, with nothing to fall back on?
We're all learning to plan,
right.
plan better. I wanted to also ask something.
Okay.
I want to ask this question. I realize that, like you said, the public schools are being covered by the state government. The private schools that are medium to high class have the funds, savings to cover up, and the students are still, parents are still paying. But the low income school, is there anyone, can you advocate to provide an umbrella where teachers of low income schools can form an association within this period and get help from the state government? I know we know for Lagos it is responsible. Is there a way we can galvanize to get such helps or palliatives to directed at teachers within this bracket that we've highlighted that are not able to earn a living within the lockdown?
Yes, I've actually spoken to some teachers in Ikorodu, and I think they have like an association of teachers in Ikorodu. So I've spoken with someone there, and he said he was going to come up with a proposal. He would submit it to me, and we'll look through and see how we can move forward with that.
Thank you so much, Ajay. I'll let you go at this point. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us on this issue. We've been speaking to a trained teacher and a school administrator, Ajola Ojeleye. Thank you for joining us. So, we'll take a few tweets on this. Yes, go ahead.
So Saul says, I work in a low-income earning school here in Ibadan. Seriously, it's been a tough time. The last time I received a full salary was February. I got 30% in March, and since then, nothing more. Thanks to side hustle, but my colleagues, you will pity them. It's really sad. So
that's definitely a community that we need to help out in whatever way we can. Any more tweets, even regarding COVID, anything? More tweets, because we have to wrap up right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay, unfortunately, that's all we can take. So in a bid to protect ourselves from coronavirus, please follow the basic hygiene rules. Me, I have I'm carrying sanitizer all over the place now. We have it here, we have our face masks, we have our face shields. Wherever you go, please maintain social distancing.
It's real.
Wash your hands very regularly. Avoid touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. And please, if you have a cough or fever or difficulty breathing, or you cannot smell, or you cannot, what's the other one? You cannot smell, you cannot taste, please seek for medical care early. That's all we can take on the show. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
You can watch Your View on TVC every Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Nigerian time on DSTV channel 418, GOTV channel 27 and channel 47, StarTimes channel 121 and channel 307, Play TV channel 801 and channel 190, UHF 49, Sky channel 515 for UK viewers. Watch live on Facebook at TVC Connect and on our website tvcentertainment.tv/livestream.